Welcome to Spotlight on Salem. I'm your host, Mike Kemper. Thank you for watching. If you wish to contact us, please write to us at spotlightonsalem@yahoo.com. Be sure to like us on Facebook to keep up to date with all the latest live entertainment happening around the Salem area. Well, I couldn't be more excited about tonight's show because with us in the studio are Josh and Jared from Sleep Millennium. Oh yeah. They've brought a video, Edge of the Rings, from their brand new debut LP, Let Us Begin the Future, that's set to drop later this month. And in addition to that, they're going to be doing some acoustics numbers right here in the studio. I can't wait. If you haven't guessed by now, I am a huge fan of Sleep Millennium. Maybe you've never heard of them. Perhaps this is your first introduction to them. I hope by the end of this show, you will be a fan as well too. And if not, that's okay. I'll still like you. However, I will disparage your taste in music, and deservedly so. We've got a lot to get through, so let's get to it. Gentlemen, welcome to Spotlight on Salem. Would you please introduce yourselves?
Wow.
Thanks for having us. My name's Jared Venti.
And I'm Josh Schroeder. Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
Oh, you're welcome. First of all, I just want to thank you so much for being here. I know this has to be an incredibly busy time, getting ready for the album release, and you guys have a show tomorrow night in Bend at, where is the venue again?
Spoken Moto.
Spoken Moto.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a busy time, except for I'm going on vacation for a week next week, you know what I mean? So,
That's
of course,
insane.
I don't know why we're doing that, but we're doing that, so, yeah.
Do you have a following kind of growing in Bend at this time, or is this your first?
This will be our first time
first
out there,
show.
so I don't think anyone probably knows who we are out there, but we're teaming up with some friends of ours out there. It's a duo actually called Mask,
Okay.
and they played in Salem before, and they're actually going to be playing our CD release show, which is coming up in a few weeks.
Right. Okay. Well, cool. Well, I wish you the best of luck there at your show in
Thanks.
Bend. Well, let's start by talking about some huge dates coming up on the calendar. Starting on May 18th, we have Jared Venti's narcissistic birthday.
Yes.
That always cracks me up, by the way. It'd be like having Mike Kemper's supermodel party. But why don't you tell us about the show?
Okay.
M69's River City Royals are going to be on the bill.
Yep.
Excellent. Love the M69s.
Yeah, so in years past, I've done narcissistic birthday shows. I've done 3. This year, I'm actually doing something different. I'm doing a narcissistic birthday band,
Right.
which is kind of the first time I've done that, putting together a band just for this one show.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the band? Any
Yeah.
songs that you might hit us up with?
Well, I'm not going to give away the set list, but
Give us a teaser.
the reason I call it the narcissistic birthday band is
Because you're
because
such a narcissist.
Well-
That's what everybody says about you.
it's a very narcissistic set list in that it's all just songs that I want to play, and I'm forcing other people to play with me. So
Well, my experience has been you have pretty good taste in music, so I
I
don't
hope
think
so.
anybody's going to be disappointed in that.
But in addition to that band, like you said, the River City Royals, who I teach, they're going to be doing an acoustic set opening the night.
Okay. Now, are they from the...
The River City Rockstar Academy.
Excellent.
Yeah, and so they are the performing group. They actually play real gigs all around, you know.
That's what I've heard. That's what
Yeah.
I've heard. Well, I'm excited to see them. I haven't seen them.
Yeah,
yet,
they're great. So
that-
they'll be doing kind of a low-key acoustic set because they're starting at 7, so we just want to keep it a little more low volume.
Right. Now, will it be all ages early on?
gonna be all ages.
Everybody will get the boot at 9 o'clock?
All ages till 9. I'm trying to push it till 10.
That's an OLCC thing,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah. But as of right now,
Bastards.
it's 9 o'clock.
Okay. Right on.
And then after the Royals, it's going to be the Lords of Blackpool.
Oh, I saw the show at the Space.
Yeah, you were-
really. Oh man,
You stuck around. We played at like midnight. And
I know, but it was worth it. When you guys did "Dig a Pony" by the Beatles, I was like so glad I stayed.
cool.
Nobody covers that song, so yeah, that was
Yeah,
great.
so we're trying to do songs that nobody covers. So that's been a
Yeah,
really
that's
fun
the cool
band.
thing about it. You know, you're not doing the same thing that everybody's doing in the
Right.
cover band, so I
Yeah.
appreciate that. But then the big date, May 26th. Oh, both of these also at Venti's Basement Bar.
Yes.
By the way, the album release party. Looking forward to that. Now, who all is going to be on the bill for that one?
Well, we've got our very own Rebecca McDade, who's Salem-based,
right,
by way of Scotland.
right.
She's originally from Scotland. She's wonderful.
She's sweet.
She's as sweet as possible.
Yeah.
Then we've got Mask, of course, coming from Bend, and then our friends from Portland, Tents, who are going to be playing at the 9 o'clock spot. Is it the
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an earlier show, and then that way we have time to kind of have fun afterwards with everybody. So
Okay.
yeah.
And then we have an event coming up in July at Cathkin Vineyards, July 14th, the Blood Moon Fest.
Yeah, we just announced that on a few days ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
But we've been actually wanting to do this for a long time, and we've been planning it for a while.
This is really exciting. This is a big deal. I don't know, people that have been to Cathkin Vineyards, it's a nice setting in the summertime for outdoor music. You got to be a little bit careful if you've had a few drinks and you decide to dance, because it is
Yeah, it's
all
very
natural.
very natural. Yes, natural
Yeah,
terrain.
Trip over some tree roots. That's happened. So do you have any information as to who's going to be on the lineup so far?
We're probably going to be announcing that officially in a couple weeks, I'm thinking.
Nothing you want to reveal to the Spotlight on Salem viewers? A little...
Sleep Millennium's going to play.
That's true.
Who?
Yeah.
Sleep Millennium's going to play.
I've heard of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, at this point, we're still kind of solidifying that and those details we want to just kind of release when the time is right.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, it's something that I guess the idea came from a show we did last summer where our drummer built a stage in my in-laws' backyard, and they have this gorgeous view that just looks out over this. It's stunning. I don't know how to describe it, but it's beautiful. You can see 3 mountains from their backyard.
Ooh.
And so we did this show, and it was so much fun. We thought, gosh, wouldn't it be cool to do it again next year, actually promote it, and have other bands play. And so we were thinking about it, and it was like, yeah, it's probably not a backyard type thing. Maybe we need to look for a
Yeah,
venue.
it sounds like you've grown way beyond that.
So,
And that's
yeah.
a great venue too, because you have
Yeah.
the vineyards there, and
Right.
it's very
Yeah,
beautiful.
I've played there many times, and Ken, the owner, he's a great guy.
Right.
Ken and Kathy, the owners.
And my understanding is that the fee charged to that is going to the bands. They're waiving the fee
Absolutely.
so that it goes all to the bands. So you're going to be able to support the bands. That's
Yep.
great. So everybody gets paid. That's always a good thing.
That's right. It's an artist-run, artist-first festival. We're curating the whole thing, and of course, we have help with some of the other kind of local businesses around town. So that's been really awesome as
That's
well.
good to get the business
Yeah.
community supporting you.
Right.
And Salem seems to really be growing in that regard, and people getting involved.
Right.
Things are really happening in Salem. Well, I wish you the best of luck on that festival, and I hope it's a huge success so that it becomes like an annual event and grows into something that we can look forward to every year, like the Make Music Day Salem Festival every
Absolutely.
year.
That's
Absolutely,
our goal for sure.
Well, that's okay. Well, let's make it happen. I've been spreading the word, so I'll tell my friends to spread the word, and I will definitely. It's on my calendar. I put it in there
Awesome.
as soon as I saw it, so I will definitely be there. I was getting ready for the interview. I was going through like online reviews, and they were talking about the band. And they state the obvious, there's psychedelic, kind of 60s, and some dream pop. Mentioning the guitars and the synthesizers, but one of the things that struck me is nobody mentioned the vocals at all on the songs that you do, and I find it fascinating, and particularly on Red Fire Girl, there's those like Beach Boys style harmonies towards the end that gets me every time. So I'm guessing both of you share some influenced by the Beach Boys, or is
Absolutely.
that, yeah.
I think most of us in the band are influenced by the Beach Boys. So you can hear that in some of those maybe higher harmonies.
Yeah, that's what it struck me immediately. And then I saw that you had posted the In My Room.
Right.
And that just, that just got me. I know I need to go to Bandcamp and get a copy of that, but yeah, I'll be sitting there and it's on my phone, and I'll just like hit play,
That's great.
So I love that. That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then I was watching the live Facebook streaming that you've been doing, and I find that really fascinating.
Oh, cool.
Because you're kind of in your home studio, and was it Sunday or was it Saturday you did
I've been
that
doing it
one?
on Sundays because
On
that's
Sundays?
typically the time, kind of my only time these days now to like sit down and really pay attention to the songwriting and composing and that kind of thing. So,
I found it really cool because it
Yeah.
was really intimate. Like,
Cool.
we were
Yeah.
there in the room, and you're like, calling out people that are logging in,
Sure,
and talking
yeah.
to people, and then talking about what you're doing. And these are new songs that are not on the album that's coming out.
Right.
So, do you think that you'll be doing some more of that in the future, or?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's kind of more of an experiment. I mean, my wife, Miranda, who's also in the band, has been kind of encouraging me to kind of break out of my shell a little bit and maybe let people in on the process a little bit more, it's not that I've rejected social media. It's just kind of like, it's just something that I don't really think about. I don't really think to take a photograph of myself in the studio like a lot of people do,
It's called a selfie, Josh.
Or a selfie. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, a selfie. Don't think about taking selfies. And I don't throw narcissistic birthday shows, so like this guy, So it's one of those things I'm warming up to. But I think so. I mean, it's been fun to try. I've only done 2 of them.
I think it's really cool. I like that you're letting us into the creative process, and we see how how that all comes about. And then for me, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, okay, so this is what's happening in the home studio. And then it comes to the band, and then you guys kind of bash it and beat it into the Sleep Millennium song from what he lays down. And so from there, then how does it end up being the finished tracks? Do you go to a local studio and do the finishing there?
Yeah, so I've been working with Jason Carter at Wavelength since I was probably about 12 years old. I recorded my first album with him, when I was in middle school, and then have just kind of kept in touch and done projects with him, ever since, And in fact, I worked at Wavelength for a couple of years as well. So, so the process is kind of like, I kind of start with like a skeleton, and then I take the skeleton to the band to put all the, flesh on it, and then we take it to Jason, and we, typically record drums, and then I take it back to my home studio, and we do all kinds of craziness to it. Then we take it back to Jason. He mixes and masters, and we're at that process right now where he's finishing up the album to be released.
So then do you self-produce it, or do you have anybody in there giving you input like, oh, maybe you should
Yeah, I typically self-produce, I mean, I get a lot of input from these guys, though, I mean, I I'll spend a lot of time. I like to basically get a track to the point where it's like I've exhausted all of my ideas, and then I take it and I say, okay, what do we do with this thing now? So that's kind of where it goes. But I typically have a vision for how I want it to sound at the end, but it always ends up sounding, better than I expected.
Well, you're surrounded by a great cast of musicians.
I'm very blessed with that.
Yeah, so you're lucky in that regard. That's great. So we have a video, and let's take a break, and we'll watch the video now.
Cool.
Okay. That's a really great video, and I understand you make the videos yourself, is that right? How did you get into the idea of making your own videos, and do you enjoy making the videos? Yeah?
It comes from not being able to pay anybody to do it. So I just learned it.
Wow, oh wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So, and I enjoy it too. I mean, I guess I just enjoy the creative process, no matter what it is, whether it's like making, videos or, recording records or even, doing, visual graphic design and stuff it's just all it's my cup of tea.
No, yeah, I mean, I like the videos, and I think they tie in really well with the sound of the band, and the sound that you're trying to achieve. So I think that's really cool. So now the viewers have had a chance to see what the full Sleep Millennium sound is like. So I was thinking maybe now would be a good time. I see you brought your instruments. Maybe you could do some acoustic.
Just happen to have my trusty
Just happen
D-bass.
to have it right there. Oh,
I see
where did that
it.
come from?
Where did that? Okay.
All right.
So
we can do that.
why don't we do a couple acoustic
reproduce.
numbers?
I know. I guess so.
All right, let's do it.
Cool.
I don't want to be a machine. But there's something inside of me. Somehow controlling the way that I think. Bending and folding the words that I speak. All this time you were weak, awake from your dreaming to find what you would never have chosen. 'Cause I just want to kill the machine. That has come between you and me. Cover my eyes, 'cause I don't wanna see. I don't wanna know what it's doing to me. consciousness asleep through time. Then you wake to find that there's nothing here but ashes. A fly in a flame that burns, a flag of fleeting hope. Sometimes I get lonely, like I was born in the wrong generation. Don't you ever hurt your mind? 'Cause without you, I'd be lost in the wrong dimension. And it hurts to see the light. Sometimes I get paralyzed. I'm lonely, but my heart still beats a connection. God, it's time for a paradigm or something that'll save my generation. It hurts to see the light. Yeah, it hurts to see the
Wow, that was incredible. Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really like the contrast between the full-on Sleep Millennium sound and then to hear that stripped down to just the bones is really incredible. You can kind of see where it all came from. So thank you so much. That was amazing. Did you want to talk about the band at this point? We haven't done that. Seems appropriate.
Well, we're only 2 out of 5 of Sleep Millennium. Josh mentioned Miranda, who's not here, and Ronan is also not here. And our drummer, we call him Hawk. His name's Joshua Hawkins.
Okay.
He's not here either, obviously. None of them are here. But they're all in the band with us.
They're here in spirit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever we're playing just two of us or something, it's like, you know, we're trying to channel their, you know, spirit animal within the music, right? So it's hard to do. That's a lot of space to fill.
It
you know,
is.
so,
I think you carried it well.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we're just about out of time, but I do have one final question for Jared here. The Bowie tribute show at the Elsinore, I understand it was the final Bowie tribute show, but I remember the Ramones' first farewell tour, which was not as good as the second farewell tour. Is this going to be like a hard and fast, that's it, or I'm not above begging and pleading for another Bowie tribute show?
First thing I'll say, I guess, is never say never.
There you go.
However, I've always thought it was kind of funny when bands do a farewell tour and then they come back like a year later. So I'm not trying to do that or anything. It was.
So what you're saying is there's hope.
Well, there's hope. Yeah, there's always hope. But
Okay.
it was definitely meant to be the final performance for that group. And we kind
Okay.
of went out on a high note, playing
You definitely went out on a high note.
playing
That
at
was
the
very
Elsinore
well.
Theater, and then it was all a fundraiser for the American Cancer
I
Society.
know, that was
too.
a great thing to do too. And the production value with that was amazing that you were able to put that together.
Absolutely,
So
yeah, that was a
hats
fun
off
time.
to
Josh
you.
was a part of that
Yes.
as well. However, there's this narcissistic birthday show.
I've heard about that.
And,
At Venti's Basement Bar?
Yeah, Venti's downtown, and there might be a couple Bowie songs popping up if you come down to that
Oh,
one.
well, I will definitely
Couple
be
that,
at show.
couple that the Bowie tribute never performed either.
Oh, now I'm very
Whoa.
intrigued.
Yeah,
You dropped that bomb.
yes, I did.
Wow. I'm intrigued.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, both, for being here tonight. I am just so amazed.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So that's all the time we have for this episode, and join us next time on Spotlight on Salem.
The end.